Time now for the big board. Our team of insiders standing by live for more of today's top stories. And let's start with Ivanka Trump. She has taken some heat after her company appeared to be exploiting the election to make her money. They were promoting this $10,000 bracelet she wore on 60 Minutes. You see it right there. Matt Dowd back for more on this. And Matt, Ivanka's company forced to pull back that promotion, that email, pretty quickly.
Yeah, and she absolutely had to do that. I think that, listen, Donald Trump and Ivanka and her whole family have always dealt with their brand and how they can utilize their brand in a way that enhances what they're doing. But her, like her father, is going into this difficult process right now, transitioning from private life to a public life, and they're going to have to change the way they do business.
Now, but Matt, this isn't the first time that we've seen family and business mixed with the presidency. So what are some other past examples of this?
Well, you're right, Michael. So Roger Clinton, President Clinton's brother, put out an album, which actually apropos for today, called "Nothing Good Comes Easy," in the midst of while he was president of the United States. And Jimmy Carter's brother, Billy Carter, advocated a beer, Billy Beer, in the midst of it. He's always get the candidate, and they always get the office holder in trouble, and most of the time they have to shut it down quickly.
But this is something very, very different coming up. You've seen his kids on the transition team. You've seen his son-in-law playing a prominent role in the transition. And the plan going forward, they say, is for the kids to keep the business, to keep on running the business, even though Donald Trump is in the White House.
George, I think this whole thing is fraught with peril for Donald Trump in this as President of the United States. He's going to put this in a blind trust. He said that, and Rudy Giuliani even has said that in the course of this. But I think it's very problematic. But have your kids who actually been requested by low-level staffers to get briefings, it puts it in a really serious situation of who knows what and how they are using that information.
And it's not a blind trust if the kids are running it.
No, it's not a blind trust if the kids are running it, and if the kids are serving on the transition team in the governmental positions. It is a problem.
Okay, Matt Dowd, thanks very much.
Something we'll keep our eye on. All right, up next, Thanksgiving. All that travel, it's all just days away, and you can only imagine you can only bring one personal item on board when you go to visit Grandma. Well, that's what United Airlines plan to do at low-fare customers starting next year. And David Curley is here joining us. And David, United made a big announcement yesterday. I'm just curious, what are they trying to do, and what else does it mean for someone who's traveling on a budget?
It's to compete. It's all about competition with the low-cost carriers, Michael. And it's really a question of what you don't get. It's called basic economy. On top of not getting a suitcase, just that personal item which has to go underneath your seat, you don't get any bin space. You also don't get to select a seat until the day of the flight. Can you say middle seat? That's what's going to be available then, and you'll be the last group to board. Now, United says this and some other changes they're making, they think they can increase their revenues by $5 billion by 2020. Wall Street liked that a lot, guys.
Well, the question is, what will the passengers think? Is the lower price enough incentive for them to take these restrictions?
Well, what United's hoping is that low-cost fare person will get what they want, and then when they get on the plane, they're going to get the same service, the same snacks, the same drinks, and everything else. They will be probably in the middle seat. But, George, this is really all about segmentation and price point. You'll have these folks at basic economy, your regular economy, then you got economy plus if you want a little more legroom, and, of course, business and first class up above. They're just cutting up the pie, trying to get more revenue in that plane.
Auctioning off every seat on the plane for different
And
prices.
it's getting more bare bones. I mean, pretty soon you're going to have to bring your own seat.
I like 7A, please.
All right. Well, thank you, guys.
Thank
David,
you, guys.
thank you, Matt.